It's the MOPOWERZ, where knowledge is key. How are you all doing on this fantastic early Tuesday morning? It's like 2 a.m. and here I am. I was just sitting back watching National Geographic. They have this program on entitled Shark Attack and Shark Chow Down. It's just a whole full series about sharks. So I'm into learning new things, even about sharks. I mean, after all, they are on this planet and they are a part of the ecosystem. So why not learn about them? Besides, I've had some shark meat when I was staying in Manhattan. In fact, we went to the Bronx and got that shark meat. And it's not all of that good. You really have to season it. Other than that, it's very, very bland. Okay? And for all of you, if this is your first time watching the MOPOWERZ, I want to thank you. I tip my hat to you. And I encourage you to tell your family members, your friends, and your neighbors. Discuss the videos, the information that is provided to you in these videos. Gratitude, I appreciate that. While I was sitting here watching National Geographic, I was also on my laptop and I was going across the material and happened to run across an article regarding T.I., the rapper. Yes, the famous T.I. rapper is on the payroll and will be teaching trap music courses at Clarke Atlanta University this fall. Interesting. I find that very interesting based on the grounds that trap music is about selling drugs. Trap music is a subgenre of hip hop which originated in New York. It's just a southern version of hip hop. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm not that old. Trap music began its origins around 1990s, early 90s. Trap music. And here you have this artist, T.I., the same guy that was invited to the White House to talk to President Trump, the same guy who has a trap music museum in Atlanta, which, if I'm not mistaken, was also vandalized during the protesters' march. Now we know that Antifa is responsible for that. And if I'm not mistaken, Killer Mike had businesses or a business that was also vandalized during the protest in Atlanta. But getting back to T.I. teaching trap music courses in Clarke Atlanta University. Now, this university is known to be underfunded. Okay, it's known to be underfunded, just as trap music is known to talk about drug selling. Now, according to the report and the information that I received from Clarke Atlanta University, this course that T.I. will be teaching will comprise of the origins of trap music, the culture of trap music, and the business of trap music. Well, the origins is right there in the South. I mean, who's all out making trap music? You had the Hot Boys, you had A-Ball and MJG, you had Master P, UGK, Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, Chameleon, um, Gucci Mane, Lil Flip, um, all these cats from Florida, you know, excuse me, from the South. And Florida is in the South, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Memphis. That's the trap music. Okay. And when you hear the word trap music, it specifically tells you what it is. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's music that entraps you, music that demonizes you, because it's entrapping your energy, confined to a certain space, confined, can't think outside the box. And when your energy is confined inside of a space, it can't spread. You can't grow. You are actually being stunted. I'm just saying. Trap music, the business of trap music, is about selling drugs. If I'm wrong, tell me where I'm wrong, but it's not trap music, the business about selling drugs. I mean, what kind of courses, how long can it last when it just talks about the origin and the culture and the business? Like, how long does it take to do that? I mean, I think he did a very good job at that, making music, right? The guy who sold millions and millions. In fact, one of the best Southern rappers in history is going to teach college students about selling drugs. Now, I can't say that he's going to teach them the business industry part of trap music, because the business in the industry in regards of trap music is to tear down, kill, destroy, intoxicate your own people with drugs, poison, talks about prostitution, talks about how they're devaluing themselves. Is that not the business of trap music? Or will he put a spin on it of how not to do or go in the direction of trap music? This is going to be very interesting, but I can't see what more can you teach. Where did it originate? In the South. Who are the parents of trap music? Hip hop. Hip hop is the parent of trap music. It's just a Southern version of hip hop. Gangster Southern hip hop with drug selling. Isn't this a part of the problem? Why would you want to teach college students about the trap music business? Even though he does, as I stated when I first started this video, that he has a trap music museum in Atlanta. Would you take a course in trap music? Many of you would say yes, because it's rather easy and you already know about the topics, because you know about drug selling, you know about smoking drugs, you know about how to call your women devaluing names, You know about all of that already. They already explained that to you and intoxicated your soul with that demonic music. And now they are teaching it to you from a who? A former drug seller himself. A hip hop artist in the industry who's super rich is going to be teaching a course. How much is he making? How much is he making? This is the same guy that got caught with weapons. His bodyguard told on him. He had to spend all of this money on lawyer fees and was facing 25 to 30 years. And now he's going to be teaching how to tell your kids how to sell drugs in the college or the business of trap music. Like I said, if you go into the business of trap music, it's about selling drugs. What is he going to do? Tell them don't sell drugs and don't go to jail? He can't tell them that because he's telling them just the very opposite in his music. This is a game, you all. This is a game. You have people who are in the world and they cannot work at a college because they have a state felony. This dude has a federal felony. A federal felony. And he did get felony probation, if I'm not mistaken. And with this federal felony, he's able to teach a course in the college telling kids 19, 20, 21 how to sell drugs. I mean, that's what I get out of trap music. And if you really understand trap music, you will come to the same conclusion that I'm coming to. How does that work? How does that work, T.I.? I mean, tell me what you think about that in the comment section. I mean, I would really like to hear on this one. And then you got the other hip hop billionaire, Kanye West, who was also invited to the White House and a couple of times and spoke with Donald Trump with his red Trump Make America Great Again, had his hat on and everything. And he said he's running for president. Now, I did not even want to give him any props or mention his name in regards to running for president, but that is outrageous. And you silly people who would say yes if that really would occur, because that would not occur, even though they can put whomever they want to in the office as president. If they want Kanye West to be president, he will be president. It's that simple. If that's what they want. But it's just the idea that this clown said that he's running for president, and you have all of these black people. Oh, wow, did you hear the news? That's not news, that's foolery. Distraction. That's distraction for you. What does he know about anything in politics? This guy, according to sources, to the reports that's known all around the world, he said that he was losing money with all of those fur coats that he had. Then he becomes a billionaire. Some even label him as the greatest hip hop artist in history. Is it because of the money that he made for the industry? it can't be because of his lyrics. He make dope beats, but even his beats ain't all that dope to me. And he's from Chicago, right over there by 93rd and Ellis, over there the same place where Common is from. In fact, Kanye West, according to street news, years ago, before he got signed to The Rock, him and an artist by the name of Panther, Pantha, who was on my show, had videos aired on my show, and he actually sponsored my show. And he gave me the story of him and Kanye West and how he got beat out of the contract, or they chose Kanye over Panther, just as they chose Do or Die over Psychodrama. Same thing. And this guy, this billionaire, who's a billionaire, has not done anything for the black people around the world who's made him rich. Now you have white people, Chinese people, Indian people who've made him rich as well, but he hasn't done anything for them either. I'm just saying. Now, if he hasn't done anything for you as a hip hop artist, except got on TV and called Bush a racist and went to the White House twice and spoke to Donald Trump and told Donald Trump that he's with him to make America great again, and he's never done anything for you, what do you think that he would do for you as president? The same thing that all the rest of them has done. Absolutely nothing. You say, well, Abraham Lincoln did something for us. Well, his hands were tied, okay? In fact, he wanted to ship you off to a whole nother island. He didn't want you here. But he didn't mind keeping you as a slave either. And that's real history. That's just not something I'm just, fathoming in my brain or anything. That's actual facts, true history. He did what he did to save the country. That's why he did it. Not so much that it was wrong. He knew it was wrong. In fact, Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass was homies. They was pretty close. In fact, Frederick Douglass was on his side of campaigning. Frederick Douglass did campaign for Abraham Lincoln. Actual facts. Do your research. But getting back to T.I., drug selling. They arrest you in the streets for selling drugs. But they're going to pay this man to tell you about the business of trap music, which is selling drugs. I'm just saying. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like when laws across this country were made to lock people up for selling weed, yet they open up dispensaries and it's legal. I'm just saying. Same thing, right? Same concept. I'm just boggled by that. And I'm sure that it just won't be about drug selling, but what else could it be about? How are you going to make that positive? How are you going to make that positive? What, he's going to tell you how to grow in the industry? Well, we know how you grow in the music industry. You grow in the music industry by making music that tells you to go kill your brother, tells you to go kill your mama, tells you to go devalue your woman, tells you to go sell drugs, tell you that it's okay to go to jail, tell you that it's okay to do wrong. That's the business of trap music. Is he going to tell them about how much money he made making trap music, enslaving the mind of black people? Is that what he's going to teach? I don't think so. Because then he goes against the grain of the industry. And if you are in the industry and you go against the grain of the industry, you either get blackballed or you just, no one hears about you anymore. This guy here has been on top, FaceTime, got a TV show, been on awards, been to the White House, and now he's going to tell you, your kids, about trap music business? How do you digest that? How do you digest that? That's all I want to know. Let me know in the comments and what you think about T.I. teaching trap music in Clarke Atlanta University. It's a distraction. Does drugs kill you? Has trap music killed your neighborhood? Has trap music influenced your mind to use drugs? Has trap music influenced you to call your black woman a bitch, a hoe, or a thought, or a trick, or a strawberry, or a chicken head? Trap music. Does trap music tells you or show you image-wise from the artist? Does it not tell you subliminally to wear your pants hanging off your ass? Does not trap music do that? Is that not a style of trap music? When you walk down the street, black men showing your ass with your pants hanging down, and you go into stores, businesses, outside in the public, on public transportation, in your car, to your girlfriend's house, wherever you go, your pants is hanging down on the ground like you're a homosexual. So T.I., let me ask you a question. Will you include gayness and Black Lives Matter in your trap music, seeing that in your trap music, you all give an image of young black men wearing their pants down to the ground that you all call sagging? Are you going to tell them about that? Are you going to go against that? I mean, you can't go against that, because if you do, then your record sales, or however your downloads, or your BMI publishing, or ASCAP, it's going to go down if you go against the grain. Now, it's the reason why that man got that position. It's the reason why, and it's not all for education wise. I mean, that shit is unheard of. Teaching about how to sell drugs in a college campus, predominantly black. Hey, let me know what you all think about that in the comment section. I want to thank you all for watching and viewing. And remember, your third eye makes you shine like jewelry. And on this show, knowledge is key. It's your brother, MOPOWERZ. Thanks for viewing.